Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. My name is LaKeesha Hines, and you are watching SOS Saving Our Sex Lives one bedroom at a time. I'm so excited to be with you guys. Looking forward to the continuation of what we started last week. We are talking about reasons why wives say no to sex. And I know it got a little heated last week. So, hey, let's see what happens this week. But we are continuing. Last week, I asked you guys to put in reasons why you think wives say no to sex. So if you were here last week, then you don't have to. But if you're new and you're watching this for the first time this week, go ahead and drop reasons why you think wives say no to sex. I'm curious to see if you know, or if you come up with some of the reasons. I will give you guys just a brief recap of kind of what we talked last week to give you some of the ideas that we discussed already. The first one was because she's too busy, which leads to her being tired because of trying to juggle work and household responsibilities, as well as caring for children if they are in the home. And then we talked about not being on the same page about how important sex is. So there may be one partner that's high libido and another partner that's lower libido, and that it's really important that we don't judge each other. The higher one should not make the lower one feel bad, and the lower one shouldn't make the higher one feel bad, or make anybody feel like there's something wrong with them. You have different levels. The third reason we talked about is that she might feel pressured. So again, this kind of has to do with desire discrepancy between the two of you. And, maybe there's one that's like always wanting it, always asking for it. And the other person is like, I'm not really feeling it. And so then they feel pressured to have it. So that could be a reason why wives say no. Another reason is the kind of sex that you're wanting to have isn't good for her. So traditionally, when we look at statistics, men most often prefer penis vagina intercourse, and women, most women can't reach orgasm from penis and vagina intercourse alone. So they need some additional things to help stimulate them and get them there. So it could be that the kind of sex you're having isn't good for her. Another reason we talked about is that she's not feeling emotionally connected to you. So you got to work on your intimacy there, your emotional intimacy, and doing so because you genuinely care and you love your wife, and not because you're trying to get sex, because they can tell. And then another reason we discussed is that sometimes there are problems in a relationship, and that could be an argument. It could be disagreements about decisions related to the kids, work, money, could be infidelity. Anything that keeps tension in your relationship can definitely seep into your sex life. And then the last one we talked about last week is motherhood, because that can definitely conflict with her sexual self and how she sees herself, and maybe even how her husband or partner sees her. And as she assumes that role of mother, society often desexualizes women once they become mothers as well. So hopefully, in your relationship, your husband, or if you're the husband, that you don't look at her or treat her like a mom figure too, because that could contribute to her already losing that sexual side of herself. All right. So that is what we talked about last week. I'm going to bring us up to this week. And so I just want to shout out those of you who are here, not ear, here. Hi, JJ. Hi, Ryan. Hello, Glendora. Hi, Angie. Thank you guys so much again for joining, for watching. Please be sure that you tune in all the time with all of the new Couples Academy shows that are here. Hopefully you saw that, I think, at the beginning, all of those shows were put there. So, all right, let's go ahead and dig in. The first reason why wives may say no to sex from their husbands is that she may feel insecure about her body. This is a big one. This was a huge one because this literally is one of the top sexual concerns for women, where they might feel self-conscious about their own bodies outside of sex, but specifically during sex. That may cause anxiety about her body. And that can happen as women age, as they go through childbirth, as they experience changes to their body over time. Childbirth is a big one, which, number 7 about motherhood was a perfect segue into this one, because women's bodies do change a lot due to childbirth. And it can happen during the pregnancy. It can happen after the fact, as she's going through that recovery time. For some women, there are tears that happen when they deliver vaginally that can affect them and cause sex to be painful. And again, there's just changes that take place that some women just do not recover from. One of them, a big one, is stretch marks. A lot of times women become self-conscious about that. And the crazy thing is, most men don't care. They could care less about those stretch marks. They are looking beyond, looking past, trying to get to where the treasure lies. So a lot of times it's really something that is in the woman's head, where she's just having her own issues, like I said, or feeling self-conscious. So as I said last week, I'm going to give you ideas, tips, strategies, things that you can do about it. We're not just going to address the issues or the problems, but I definitely want to give you solutions. So the first thing is, ladies, we have to learn to love our bodies. It is a personal journey. So it's not really something that our husbands can fix for us. Husbands, if you're here and you're watching, it's not really something that you can fix for her. It is a personal journey. It's something that she has to learn to do on her own. There's all types of body work that can be done to increase body satisfaction. There's different counseling strategies and techniques that I definitely can introduce you to assist you with increasing that self-love, body esteem. And so reach out if that's something that you're dealing with. Now, things, husbands, that you can do. You can give her compliments. That will certainly help. Giving her compliments about how beautiful she is, how fine she is, how she's looking, those curves, whatever it is. Literally, it could be her hair, it could be her smile, it could be her skin, it could be her skin tone, it could be her feet, it could be her fingernails, whatever. Find something to compliment her about. That definitely is helpful. And so if you're having some type of hunch that your wife is dealing with body image issues, you want to bring this up as gently as possible. Ask her if there are ways that you can support her without making her feel bad about her body, making her feel worse about her body, or making her feel as if you're suggesting that she needs to change the way that she looks. But it's definitely a conversation. One of the things that you were here tonight that definitely I know you heard last week is communicate, communicate, communicate. So this is a conversation. If you have suspicions or suspect that she's having issues dealing with her body esteem or her body image, is definitely something that you want to do your best to have a conversation with her, again, as gently as possible, and see if there's anything that you can do to support her in increasing that body esteem. All right. Second one, or the next one, number 9, menopause may be affecting her libido. Now, we all know menopause is a very natural thing. It's going to happen to every woman on this planet, and it definitely can affect her sexual functioning and her overall interest in sex. So one of the things that specifically changes the woman's libido are the hormonal changes that take place. There is a decrease in estrogen, and it just literally throws everything out of whack when that estrogen decreases. Plain aging can cause potential problems for a woman's libido. And so the estrogen, again, just aging over time, it can cause the vaginal lining to become thinner, less elastic, and produce less moisture. So one of the things that women deal with as they're going through menopause, as they age, is vaginal dryness. So there's additional effects. The next one is blood flow to the clitoris and the vagina decreases. So if you think about it, when a woman is stimulated, physical signs that she is stimulated is that you will see an increase in the size of the clitoris, right? And the vaginal walls, there's blood flow that rushes to that entire area, which makes it swell. And that's how you can tell. One of the ways that you can tell that she's stimulated. One of the things I mentioned last week is that sometimes you'll see physical signs of stimulation, but she's still not ready. So that's not like a guaranteed 100% all systems go green light. That's just one of the ways that you can tell. Also, decreasing estrogen can cause the clitoris to shrink. And so one of the ways that a woman receives pleasure is through clitoral stimulation. If it shrinks, then she doesn't get the same amount of stimulation or pleasure out of clitoral stimulation. The nerves that are responsible for pleasure become less prominent, less sensitive, which means that her orgasm may not be as strong, as powerful, as long lasting. And again, she doesn't have that same amount of pleasure that she used to experience before. All of this can cause reaching an orgasm to be very difficult, or sometimes may even make the woman and her partner feel like it's impossible. And then one of the biggest effects of that decrease in estrogen, and again, just regular changes that happen over time as women age, is sex becoming more painful. One of the reasons why sex becomes more painful is because of that vaginal lining becoming thinner and less elastic. Also, vaginal dryness can cause pain during sex. So, what can we do about it? I'm sure you already thought about it when I said vaginal dryness, but just use some lube. Okay, so that is one solution, right? You definitely can use lubrication that will help increase or reduce the dryness and reduce the amount of pain during sex. And then as you're going through foreplay, include more clitoral stimulation. For those of you who are open to it and are comfortable with it, and agree with your spouse that this is okay, sex toys can definitely make your sexual experiences continue to be pleasurable for her. And if you are into pleasing your partner, then you could also get some stimulation and pleasure out of it as well, just knowing that you're pleasing your partner. Last case, or I should say worst case scenario, if you've tried all of these things and you're still not experiencing success, then definitely consult a physician to see if there are any additional treatment options that might assist. All right, number 10, she may have health issues that are affecting her libido. So some of these health issues that have been known to affect women's sexual desire are diabetes, chronic pain conditions, and that could be throughout the body. Cancer is a big one. Hormonal changes, which we already kind of talked about with the menopause, but also it doesn't have to be menopause for there to be hormonal changes. Hormonal changes literally can start as early as 20s, and it definitely can be the root cause of a low sex drive. A lot of times when women are taking hormonal birth control, that can affect her sexual desire in a negative way. So I want to just speak to my fellas out there and just say to you that you should not assume that her lack of interest in having sex with you means that something is medically wrong with her. You want to start by considering and working through any and all interpersonal, emotional, and relationship issues. So I've said this multiple times, not on this platform, but I have said it before, that men and women are different. And you guys know that. But for men, literally, as it pertains to stimulation, it is from here, their eyes, directly to their penis. For women, it doesn't work that way all the time. We're not by nature stimulated just visually by what we see alone. For women, it literally is mental connection, emotional connection. I'm pointing to my heart, emotional connection, and then to our vaginas. So if there's anything going on in a relationship, you're having constant arguments, fighting, where you're having relationship issues, there's an emotional disconnect, you're not communicating, you're not sharing your thoughts, feelings, emotions, men with your women, that can affect their desire and their interest in having sex with you. So things that can be done, again, talk about all of these things. Communicate, but talk about all the other reasons that I just mentioned. Is there a disconnect in any of these areas, mentally, emotionally? I didn't mention spiritually, but that can affect your sex as well. Again, if you've tried all of the physical things with the lubrication and more clitoral stimulation, all of these things, and you're still having issues, consult a physician. Maybe there's a need to check the hormone levels. There are tests that can be done to just check hormone levels. So that may be something that needs to be done. Definitely communicate with each other about how your sex life might be affecting the other and ways you can work together to help keep your sex life as healthy as possible. And then, encourage your wife to talk to her doctor to see what options are available to support her libido, because it could just be, again, getting the hormones in alignment. And so the main thing, fellas, is to be sensitive to what your wife is going through. If she's dealing with a significant illness or painful condition, it is not, I repeat, it is not appropriate to push for more sex at this time. You definitely can express your feelings about the importance of sex in your relationship so that she knows and she can let you know what she has the capacity for. But you can be honest with her while also being flexible and being compassionate and being understanding about what it is that she is going through. All right, so this is health issues, right, that we're talking about right now. But the next one is along that health path, but specifically mental health. If she is struggling with her mental health, this most certainly can affect her libido. Depression, anxiety, stress, and many other mental health issues have all been linked to a lower libido. And also some medications that women take, antidepressants, can lower libido as well. So if your wife is struggling with any mental health issue, she might be less interested in sex. And so what you can do, again, is be compassionate, be supportive, and you can gently bring up that you want to keep prioritizing your sex life together so she understands how you feel, and so that you can mutually find ways to work on your sex life while you're still being sensitive to her struggles. And always, if there's something going on mental health wise, and you guys have tried other things and it's not working, you have a doctor there that can assist, right? So there may need to be an adjustment in her treatment plan. If the medication she's on might be affecting her libido, just have a conversation with the doctor. But of course, make sure, she's on board with that you guys talk about it first, and that you don't just go to the appointment and tell the doctor or talk to the doctor or ask doctor questions about her hormones before you discuss it with her. She might feel blindsided. She might be embarrassed. So you definitely want to make sure that the two of you have a conversation first. All right. So we are going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and finish the last part of this. All right. You're watching SOS.
Welcome to the Couples Academy app. The Couples Academy app is your go-to hub for how to do marriage right. Get started with our app today by perusing our amazing features that conveniently allow you to connect. This app is packed with powerful content and resources to help you grow and stay connected. With this app, you can watch our messages, find marriage resources, watch, listen, and read the real-life stories of restored couples, sign up for events, read articles and blog posts, stay up to date with push notifications, share your favorite messages via Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or email, and download messages for offline listening. For more information about the Couples Academy app, go to couplesacademy.org.
All right, you guys. If you have not downloaded that Couples Academy app, please, 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 please do so. This is how you get all the reminders and updates and everything that is Couples Academy, everything that's going on with us. You get reminders about the shows, everything. So please be sure to download that app so you can stay connected. All right, we're on to number 12. She might be losing interest in you or the relationship. Now, obviously, this is not something that happens overnight. This is something that will build over time. Okay. So sometimes losing interest in sex is a symptom of losing interest in the relationship overall. It's possible that your wife is no longer attracted to you, or perhaps she's no longer interested in being married to you. I mean, that literally is a real possibility. But a lowered libido alone is not necessarily indicative of a larger problem with the relationship. Okay, there's so many other reasons, and we've talked about 11 of them already, and a lot of them don't have anything to do with you, like a desire discrepancy, um, a lower libido, uh, mental health issues. So some of these things, again, have absolutely nothing to do with you as a husband, as a partner, but some of them do. So for the things that do have something to do with you, make the necessary adjustments. If there's a loss of interest in you or the relationship, what you can do, number one, don't jump to conclusions. Have a conversation. Back to communicate. Have a conversation with your wife about how she's feeling about you and the marriage. Big picture, and then go from there. You may need to sign up for some couples therapy. There may be some issues that you guys need to work through with a professional that you are incapable of doing on your own. It's okay to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. This is why you're here right now. This is why those of you who watch all of the Couples Academy shows is because you want help. You realize that you can use another voice outside of yourself, outside of your spouse. And this is why you're here. You come here for help. You come here for guidance, assistance, whatever the case may be. And we're here for you. So reach out and let us help in any way possible, in any way that we can, any way that you need. We're here for you. All right. So the very last reason that a wife may say no to sex that we will address tonight. Now, there's more than this, surely, but I picked the main ones, right? The last one that we'll discuss is that she's just not in the mood. She's just not in the mood. And so there are times when a married woman just isn't interested in having sex with her spouse because she's just not in the mood right now. And that's fine. It may not really mean anything bigger at all. Now, when I say that's fine, I am not saying that it's okay for her not to meet your needs or respond to advances. What I'm not saying, generally speaking, that that's fine. What I'm saying is fine too is that she may not be in the mood, and it may just be that simple. It may not be anything bigger than that. So what to do? Remember that it is okay to not want sex sometimes. It is okay to not want sex with your partner sometimes, right? Accept her lovingly, right? Accept her no lovingly. You may need to just masturbate that night and then initiate again another day. Or if you tried, you initiated, she said no, then sis, take care of him the next day, right? But make sure that you are circling back around and we're fulfilling that request. If the lack of interest becomes an ongoing pattern, then think about all of the reasons that I shared with you. Go back, watch this video again, go through these reasons, watch the video together, stop it after each one, have a conversation. Hey, is this an issue for you? Is this something we need to talk about? Is this an area of opportunity for us? Are we struggling in this area? Have the conversation. Talk to your wife. Only she can tell you the exact reason why she's not interested in having sex with you. So you got to have the conversation. Again, everything goes back to communication. I said it probably 25, 30 times in this entire video between this week and next week. So I want to thank you guys for your comments. I really do appreciate them. I am looking Oh yeah, I see not interested. I'm tired. Cycle, of course. Um, ooh, Angie says, when I was married, my ex-husband was abusive and cheating, so I lost interest. Understood, 100%. If you're being abused, you're being cheated on, that's a violation. That definitely will cause a lack of interest, as well as a whole host of emotions. And so I definitely get it. Angela, thank you so much for the love, sis. We love you. We love you. All right. Ben, you said that's why they stopped then kids kill it. I hear you. I hear you. I love this. Ben said, stay fit, stay active, stay healthy. Absolutely. Because I'm telling you, if you are not staying physically active, that definitely will affect your sex life in a negative way. Um, let's see. Ooh, Veronica says, for me, I think when you feel disrespected or there is lack of communication, you don't want to do anything. But if you treat your wife right, even if we do not feel like it, we will. It is. Do you continue? It's all about getting our emotional needs met. Let me tell you something, Veronica. Thank you for your comment. You are absolutely right. And I think that is a perfect summary of most of what I've talked about. Because, as I said, for women, it is mental, it's emotional, and it's a spiritual connection when you're being intimate with your partner. But that should not be the only time that we're connecting spiritually. Why are we not praying together? Why are we not studying the word together? Why are we not reading encouraging, inspiring, motivational books together? Why are we not having those intimate conversations? And so, yes, the emotional needs have to be met. There are, I believe, 35 different emotional needs. And we all have different emotional needs. And so, man, that's something that we actually go through here at Couples Academy, to walk couples through the main emotional needs. And we can dig deeper if we need to. Everything is kind of customized per couple, but it's really important to identify each other's emotional needs, because men have them too. They just look different. Men have emotions. They just look very different a lot of times from women's emotions. But you are absolutely right. When a woman is feeling respected, appreciated, loved, valued, all of those things, then even when we don't feel like it, we will say yes. Generally speaking. Um, Ooh, this is a good one. Hold on, hold on. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, okay. Monica says health issues and porn makes me feel used. Um, Man, we did talk a little bit, I think, about porn last week. That definitely can affect your sex life, especially if you two of you are not on the same page with pornography. So another conversation. Veronica, you went on, sis. I didn't even see this. Also, you must make your wife feel beautiful and love. Otherwise, we will feel used. If you never make her feel beautiful and love, you just want sex on her cold. That kind of kills any mood. It's mental, emotional connection for women to have a strong desire to please her husband. If there is no connection, there will be no desire to be physical. And so if you meet your wife's needs, she will exceed her husband's needs. Absolutely. We will meet your expectations. I'm going to tell you, for those couples who may be struggling because you have a higher libido with a lower libido, you're having desire discrepancy. Let me say this to you. Everything that you want and you need is in your spouse. You just got to pull it out. Literally everything you need is in your spouse. You just got to find a way to tap in and pull it on out. Okay. So I appreciate you guys so much for these comments. Hey, Gonzalez, you said you're always thinking of the morning times. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. JJ, you said, I feel like the kind of sex my husband wants is the kind he had with other women, because we never used to do things like that before. So again, man, infidelity is huge. Definitely can affect your sex life in a negative way. But you don't have to stay there. You do not have to stay there. We're here for you. We can help you guys work through infidelity, and you can recover from that. And you can have mind-blowing, earth-shattering sex even after infidelity, but you got to do the work. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you for joining. I truly, truly appreciate it. I hope to see you here next week. And I hope you are tuning into all the shows in the morning, the Couples Academy show, all of the shows going on at night. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And as I said, thank you so much for watching, and you have a great night.